Thanks, Jan, and I want to especially thank you for, as the last speaker of the day, for setting me up as the best and most important and most significant. I thought that was just a perfect setup. Thank you very much. So a couple general comments, and I'll ask Katie O'Callahan to come back up. Katie's one of the key collaborators, and she was up here with the patient-centered benefit risk, but Katie is my primary liaison with FDA, so a very important participant. So, one of the things that I think we wanted to get across to people today, and I think it really came across, is that MDIC is a true collaborative partnership with multiple stakeholders being engaged, and we're very pleased by the progress we've made there. This doesn't happen without a lot of strong leadership and support. A big part of that is, and Dale Wallstrom and I were talking about this at lunch, when this started, there was a lot of mistrust, and that comes from not necessarily talking to each other. Sometimes it's talking at each other or just not even talking. So that communication, that engagement, that collaboration, I think has been an extremely strong and powerful method for us developing the trust and the confidence that we can really, I think, achieve some very important work here. So we're very excited by this. The topic at the end was to talk about the future vision of MDIC, and I think the future vision is part of the current vision, and part of that is that, and this came out through the day, the technology world is changing at a breakneck speed right now, and the work we are doing is really bringing together the collaborative expertise of the thought leaders throughout the ecosystem to work on the important issues that are going to support bringing the medical innovations first in the world to the U.S. that are safe and effective. And that is, if you will, I think is a ongoing, consistent mission of what we need to do at MDIC, and why I believe that what we've shown in the first couple of years here is the work we're doing is important, it's significant, and it's going to be ongoing, and there's a sustainable need for this as long as there is innovation occurring in this ecosystem. So, I start with that as just a basic framework and tenet of what we do. More specifically and more broadly, I think if you think about other areas, and you can learn sometimes from other technology areas, and you think about innovation, this has been an area, we talked about collaboration and partnerships, and I think Bill Hawkins in the beginning talked about collaborating and partnering with physicians. But think about many of the social media and mobile technologies that have come out today. You get a new, there's a new iPhone that came out this week. That iPhone is only valuable with the collaboration that occurs with all of the applications that are coming on that platform. And those aren't uniquely developed by Apple in this case. And I think that what we have is an opportunity here is the redefinition of how innovation occurs within our ecosystem, and ultimately how competition occurs. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, well, our competitive differentiation potentially is we have the best relationships with the investigative centers. And then, so working on who has the right centers as opposed to maybe what's the best solution to this unmet medical need, and working it at that level. I see the opportunity to continue to redefine where competition occurs and what's in the pre-competitive space and what's in the areas that are differentiated for the community. And that efficiency that happens as we redefine that line, I think, can be very significant going forward. So with that, I'm going to close by saying thank you. I'm going to